Now we're talking. Greetings and welcome to SmartWatchTicks.com. They're not shy about it. Usually these guys are a little tricky on trying to figure out from their IP rating on whether a watch is splash resistant or you can actually go out in the water. This is the Zeblaze Swim GPS swimming smartwatch. GPS, swimming, smartwatch. Look at this, pool and open water. 24-hour health management. It's got an accurate built-in GPS and ultra-long battery life. Who could want more? I don't know. Sounds good to me. Let's take a look at what's inside the box. Oh, wow. Look at this. Oh, cool. Now, there's some information here for you, and you can read on that on your own, and we're going to open it up. It's coming in a nice little plastic container in here. That seems to be the new trend now coming out of China. We've got a variety of things. Looks like we've got the watch, and it's going to use the Zeblaze Fit app, a special app designed for it as well. And interrupt for a moment to let you know it's available from the Zeblaze official store on AliExpress. Under $50, about $45, and usually we can get you some good coupons to take it down even lower. A couple of different configurations and colors, and all of the specs you could want. GPS swimming watch, 1.69-inch large color display with 240 by 280 pixel resolution. It's got Corning Gorilla Glass on it. Don't see that often on a China watch. Bluetooth 5.0. Battery capacity of 300 milliamp hours. You got GPS with a variety of ways of picking it up. 4 different satellites, 3 different modes. It should be working just about everywhere. You've got, of course, heart rate, pulse, blood oxygen, saturation, all that's monitored, and fully waterproof to 50 meters, 5 ATM. Up to 30 days of power-saving life, 15 days in the training time mode, and with full GPS up to 56 hours, which is great because it used to be you'd get about 1 day, maybe less, when you engage GPS. This is with GPS and heart rate tracking on. Swimming features. It has swimming profiles. Guys, if you're a serious swimmer, check it out. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Yeah. All of that's in this watch. This is a true swimmer's watch, but not to be outdone, it's also a running and cycling watch, too. You have all of these things in this watch as well. Gym and fitness equipment, got you covered. Outdoor workouts, you bet. Are you a dancer? Cool. There you go. Endurance, anaerobic, extreme. Oh, I like that. Extreme dancing. You got ball sports, health monitoring. Wow. But wait, there's more. Activity tracking is in this one. The daily smart features with all these notifications, quick replies, they're there as well. You got time and date, GPS time sync, automatic daylight savings time switching, a stopwatch timer, you name it. The watch faces, it can sync up to 200 from up to 200 different watch faces. There's 4 default ones, and generally you can add 1 to it, but you can change that 1 as much as you want. The Zeblaze Fit app is what you tether to. These are the languages supported, the materials that go into making it, the wristband itself. If I'm moving too fast for you, all these specs are available on the website, so you can take a look at them at your leisure over there. We're going to pull it out, show you a little bit about it. The band has got some interesting design to it and lots of holes, so should fit easily to the snugness that you want. They're removable. Here is a different array for the diodes. Look at all of that. And it sticks out, which I like because that means it presses against your skin and you don't get a lot of light coming out at night. 1 button on the side. It's really sealed well. Looks like it's definitely a swimmer's watch. You can remove the cover from it. We've got the 2-pin magnetic coupled connector for charging, and it's almost strong enough to hold it. Be careful, and I always say this, when it doesn't hold a watch, I mentioned to be careful that you don't get it accidentally positioned like that. Throw it on too quickly when you're charging it at night, because otherwise it won't charge. The strong ones, you don't have to worry about that. But if it's a little weak like that, be careful. It's something you want to look into. Nothing worse than waking up to a watch you can't wear to work. Okay, here's an overall manual with it. We'll go quickly through that. 1 finger distance up. There's a little protrusion on your bone up here. You want to wear it above that protrusion. See my watch indent? Yeah, right up there's good for getting all of your blood pressure and heart rate and everything right. The Zeblaze Fit app QR code, but please go ahead and either type in Zeblaze Fit in Google, in the Play Store, or use the link in my show notes down below the video for that. Global positioning system, charging your watch, some safety instructions, and the basic specifications repeated down here. And that's it. That just gets you started. So to learn about the watch, you have to watch a review. Hey, that's what we're doing. Let's do this. 1 button on the side, press and hold. Give it a moment, and... Okay, taking longer than a moment. Wow, it hasn't started up yet. Do I have to let go? No. There. Vibrated, and it's booting up into its logo and into the initial watch face. Let's walk through this puppy. Come down, look at all the controls we got. Do not disturb. You can lock the screen. It's a swimming watch. You're going to want to do that. Your overall battery level control on here, it looks like. You've got your brightness in here as well, and it can get super bright. You can't even see the icons. It's so washed out. There's the lowest one. I'm running it on 2 for the video. Twist your wrist to see the time. Another power savings mode that you can activate. You find your phone. This is a cover the screen to turn it off type of a deal. There you go, and it works. And I guess you can do that while you're swimming with it when you have it locked. And then your overall settings, where you have control of your screen, and you can put in custom watch faces if you like to. This is one of them I downloaded from the app, which is fun. You got your power savings level again, that you can turn that whole thing on. It's another way to get to it. The brightness, we already saw that. Vibration, do not disturb is here. Screen on now is the length of time it will remain on before it times out, from 5 to 20 seconds. Let's go for the longest on our review. You've got the touch to close, raise to wake. All of those things are in here. That's turned on, and we've got a time period that you can set as well, which is really nice. And you can do it from within the app. You don't have to from the watch. You don't have to do it just from the app. Auto Sports will automatically detect when you're doing a walk or a run, treadmill, things like that. That's built into it as well. Your overall system, where you shut down, restart, or reset the watch. And then, of course, the about that tells you this is the swim watch. I think they're really hyping the fact that this is waterproof. Those are all of these controls. Swiping up, you'll get notifications pushed to you from your phone when you have that whole thing set up. And coming this way, we have our daily activities and step count out of the goal. You've got your calories burned and distance traveled, and you can actually get into the details by the hour on this watch. Usually you only see that in the app, but really nice that we have it here in the watch itself. The heart rate display, you see we have a nice long side here. Here are your hourly readings, and the heart rate range, and your resting heart rate has been computed with this watch as well. The last heart rate was 94. Last night's sleep time, the complete chart, all of it. Look at that, broken down, deep, light, and sober. There's also REM sleep, and it's doing a really good job of computing that. I think they're flipped in the app. We'll check that out. But REM is when you are in your dream state, and I did have a bunch of interesting dreams last night. And then we're back to our watch face, and again, press and hold. You can also change them this way, and there's a few other ones that are pretty interesting. There you go. I'm going to land us on this one because it's very colorful and shows you a lot of data. We have weather in here, forecast, battery amount remaining, all of that stuff. So that we got to going this way. When we go this way, We have a music player, settings, your running, your weather, all of that's available, and that's as far as you can go. And you can't go up and you can't go down. So you have one little pane here, but you can get to things like the weather directly. I have that set for Shenzhen, China, where these are made in the app. And of course, it'll reflect it here. Your workout area, these are the different things you can do. That's just one way to get to it. We'll show you another. You get pool swimming and open water right off of the bat. And these you can jump into, splash into, and you can set it for a swimming lane. Now it's in meters, although we have it set for English units, so I'm not sure why it's not in feet. Oh, wait a minute. Meters is feet, isn't it? No, meters is like centimeters and millimeters. Feet is yards. That's what I'm looking for. Yeah, I don't know why it's not in yards. Open water, you can just start it with GPS now, mind you. It has GPS in this watch for all of these, even in water. And you can go open swimming and get a track of where you went over water. Pretty cool. Outdoor running and treadmill, outdoor cycling, indoor cycling, and outdoor walking. Anything that's outdoor is going to invoke the GPS automatically. It'll flash until it acquires it. When it gets it, then you're good to go, and it'll compute using the GPS. All the indoor things and treadmill and stuff like that, no, you're not going to have the GPS activated because you're not really measuring distance. You have all these other activities too as well that you can play with, and Pilates, tennis, yoga, you name it. That was all in sports. And this we got to from swiping over this way. However, normally what you would do is press the button and you'd get into it right here, okay? Right at the top. Your sports records, if you've done any activities, will show up here. And this is your step count that we already saw, your daily activities. You have your heart rate. You also can do blood oxygen in here. Now, when you invoke it, it's going to activate, there you go, with the red diode and green. Look at that. And it'll take a measurement of your blood oxygen. This watch does not do continuous blood oxygen. You can't set that up, just incremental. So if you want to check it, see how you're doing, you can activate it and get a reading. And of course, it'll record that and it'll transfer that to the app. And you can see dots when you took your readings on the app, as opposed to the continuous heart rate chart that you're going to be able to get simply by having the watch on, because you can set that up to run in the background. All right, it's taking a little too long because I'm bouncing all around, but you basically get a reading of your blood oxygen. No blood pressure on this one, and that's nebulous anyway on these watches. So heart rate and blood oxygen you've got. Last night's sleep time, and I did mention that you've got a lot more here in the app. Look at this. Your REM, sleep, sober, light, and then of course the chart. Or not in the app, in the watch you've got it all here. In the app I believe you can see the actual time frames. Stopwatch and timer, music player. By the way, the stopwatch does not run in the background. We checked that. Weather, find your phone. Ladies, look at this. You get the whole calendar chart of where you are in your cycle. If you set this up in the app, actually you can set it up, I believe, right here. You set your previous set date, your length, your cycle period length, cycle length, all of that stuff, the reminder setting when you want to be notified. Standalone, complete female cycle information that's moving through the calendar that you can get to when you go into the female section. Make sure you're registered as a female, of course, with all of your height and weight and everything else you want in there. And here's settings again. We already looked at all of those, and those are the same. So let's jump over now to the app. This, being a Zeblaze watch, is using their own custom-made Zeblaze Fit app. This is what it looks like in the Google Play Store. You're looking for that icon. When you open it, you set it all up and you pair it to the watch. This is it, the swim. It's now synchronizing the data. You'll get this information on the first page. You got these colorful circles going on that's giving you your daily information. It's all broken out down here. Here's your step count. Come in here, you see your steps by hour, and you see today compared with yesterday. And of course, you got weekly and monthly, and you can change the dates as well. Distance traveled, same kind of thing. You get a chart, you get this information. And we saw this all on the watch itself too. You even had these little chart configurations on there as well. Overall calories. I just started wearing it yesterday afternoon, so that's why there's not too many there. Here's your heart rate, continuous heart rate. I can touch anywhere and you can see what the value was at that particular time. The maximum, the minimum, the average, and it tells you a little bit about heart rate here. You've got daily, weekly, monthly. Then you've got your workout, which is the activity that you've done in with your GPS and everything. Those will show up here, and you can dissect into those. Last night's sleep time, as I mentioned, we've got a lot of information here. You can jump in and see when you were in deep sleep, how long, and the exact time on that date. And you get the synopsis of all of the information percentage-wise here as well. Really, really well done in the way it's presenting it. And it includes REM sleep, too. A lot of them don't do that. It takes a lot more work to figure that out. Blood oxygen, doesn't even have a reading here. We took one, but I didn't complete it, right? If I did, it would show you, your minimum, maximum for that day of when you took the measurements, and there'd just be a dot on the chart for blood oxygen. When you hit exercise, it's going to go into a screen that's going to basically show you your position on the map. You have a choice of 2 maps, and if you have Google Map, it'll be your location right on Google. You can start an outdoor run, outdoor cycling, outdoor walk. Now, I'm not sure which GPS it's going to be using, the phone or the watch, because it's both of them are in here. I would imagine when it's in the app, it's going to use the GPS in your phone. But you may be able to also be getting it recorded in the watch too. When you get into device, here it is. You can set your notifications and reminders. Your continuous heart rate can be turned on, and you can set a warning if you want to. That'll notify you when it's too high. Your sleep settings can include rapid eye movement, but it's going to reduce your battery life because it has to check for all of that. You've got the weather settings and the city of your choice, and you can uncheck that and it'll automatically sync with your location. Shake it to take photos. Under the My, you can set your personal information, a nickname. All of this information is needed. You put that stuff in there. You can, of course, adjust your temperature and unit selection. You can change your maps. You can give feedback and so forth. So pretty basic app, pretty nicely done. I like the night view capability of it, so you can see this easily in the daylight with the bright white coming through. And it shows you the picture of the watch as well. So this is one of the Zeblaze watches tied to the official Zeblaze app. Where can you get this one? Through their Zeblaze official store. Of course, from AliExpress. It's an interesting watch. I really like the idea of GPS in that small of a watch format, designed for swimming, lockable for water use, and open water or pool, or, well, you saw everything in it. And of course, you got the 24-hour monitoring of your heart rate as well. A pretty decent price. Check if we've got discount coupons for you by looking in the show notes, and use a link down there. That'll help us out here at the channel. Thanks for watching, you guys. We'll see you again soon.